Welcome to the Hutts Hangout. Grab your blasters and blue milk because we're about to deep dive into the game where Hutts rule and three scoundrels drool. On this episode, accompanying me tonight is Berm and also Wombrat. Wombrat's a little bit confused by time zones and Berm's about to be, so yeah. That's you should have come through
Yeah.
the pre show that Wombrat started about 5 minutes before we were supposed to start. Yeah. Anyway,
Hey,
things happen.
not my fault that my country has a weird time zone. It's not my fault.
And here's me, doesn't even have
Okay, kind of
daylight
is.
savings. We just completely skip it. So you are all weird.
We skip it depending on what state you live in.
Yeah,
So
right.
depending on where you live in the US, you may or may not do it. I mean, it just depends on where you live. So
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yep.
a little bit of news this week, but nothing crazy. We do have a kit that Wombrad is a little bit excited about. A couple of other little random things. So, I guess I'll kick things off with our. So we have a community milestone event again, right? So, slight difference, I guess, this time that it's actually like the number of bosses that are defeated, which is okay. First off, what do you guys think of that? I guess.
So
um
my worry with it is we're not going to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hang on. So,
what do you mean?
What do you think?
What do you mean that what do you I'm in agreement actually. That's my
Okay.
same thought is you gave us like these milestones and the obviously the last milestone being the best one with the stranger shard, but we're not going to hit it. I mean, is it even possible for us to hit that? So, I mean, what were your thoughts on that one, Brad?
So when you think, usually the first 3 to 4 days where we make the biggest inroads and then you diminishing returns to the end. This one, we're coming up to halfway through. We're halfway through now.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think we'll make it to the end.
Yeah.
Because when you think most people are now either Sector 4 and farming or Sector 3 and farming, next week is usually, oh, look, get to the end of Sector 5, and now I sim forever.
I guess I probably should have.
There is not going to be many people doing this.
Guess I probably should have explained the numbers, how many we need to beat. So for the first tier, I guess, is 300,000 conquest bosses defeated. And then the second one is for 20 Darth Bane shards, which is 600,000 defeats. Then you've got Darkside Ray, which is 900,000. And then to get the Stranger, 20 Stranger shards, we need 1.3 million bosses defeated across the community. So, how many players have we got? Do we know?
In theory, if everybody pulled it off, then yeah, we might be able to do it. Like if everybody did every boss.
Okay.
The problem is not everybody engages with conquest.
Yeah. So we've got what?
So
five sectors, so 10 bosses. Is that right? Or is it just the final?
Is it? That's what I was gonna say. Is it counting the mini bosses? I'd assume so. It doesn't delineate between the two, so I'm assuming it's counting both.
Yeah. There's nothing there about mini boss versus bosses, so 1.3 million.
I would assume.
I think I keep hearing that it's, the 300, 400,000 players. So what's that by? Everybody's got to beat 3.25
Right.
bosses.
But how many of those accounts can even do it? How many
Yeah.
of the accounts can even do conquest?
Yeah.
How many of the accounts that can do
Yep.
conquest can beat the nodes? I mean, even on the Bones account, I am struggling. I have almost everything, and I'm still struggling on some of the nodes, as you guys have seen in the Hutts Hangout chat. I can't beat like the Sector 5 boss, for instance. I went to Sector 5 really quick.
Hang on,
You just can't. I can't even beat it.
Can we say what Wombrat said? You asked how do we beat
Yes.
Sector 5? I said I'm on Sector 2 or something, right? I'm so far behind this conquest. I think Wombrat's reply was something like you don't, or you can't, or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Like
No, it's accurate. I mean, they're all relic. They're all relic. I changed my data discs around. I tried lots of stuff, and it doesn't matter how many times I hit Trey. I kill everybody, and I just can't kill Treya. Like, and you were saying, Womprat, like, oh, you got to put Deathmark. I'm like, well, nobody on this team that they're telling me I have to use.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So
Puts death
the death mark comes from Death Trooper. The problem is they're hard coded to target Death Trooper. So you'll never have Death Trooper when it's just Treya left. Ever.
Bodhi in chat saying
It
booming voice.
is an RNG fest.
Did you get a booming
voice.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a booming voice. So, I mean, I'll put it on there and try it out. I took it off because once I get the feat done, I don't like booming voice. It's not good. So I usually take it off.
Yeah. So you're saying booming voice and stacking offense. I'm not there, so I have no idea.
I use booming voice. I use the stacking offense. I had weak points. I had the one that allows me to do weird shit with dots. I tried all sorts with those teams. It can be done, but you need a very set data disk build to pull it off. And the best part is you don't need the points from them if you do it everywhere else. So why would I go into an RNG fest when I can ignore it?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I'm already at Red Crate. I've not touched that traitor. I've literally done it for the purposes of doing it, where it was throw slacker, kill it, and walk away.
Yeah, and that's why would I go waste my energy on that? I've already wasted at least 4 or 5 attempts on it, and I'm like, unless I end up needing this to get the red crate, I'm done. I'm not. So I can't even imagine people who try not as hard as, for instance, like we do, right? Like we try to beat a lot of the stuff, and we usually try harder because we're streamers, stuff like that, content creators. Whereas the average person is going to be like, I'm just not going to do it. I don't even care.
Yeah. Like the Aura team, I actually got the best attempt with because I got top Lana and dropped her, but then got dropped by bloody Savage. Not Savage, Scion. So it's like, oh, fuck off. It's one of those where that fight is just pure horrid. My only advice to people is if you do not need it, don't bother. Just take the low hanging fruit, kill other things, ignore the last boss, throw something like Slacker at it, and just get the data disk the other side, unlock the node the other side, and oh, look, I can get reroll materials. What do I care about more? Data crumbs.
Exactly. And that's where it's like, how much effort do I want to put in for this milestone event? Like, because again, it's a team milestone event for the entire community. So I can't get this by myself. So then you have to look at it like,
yeah,
how much effort is everybody else going to put into this? You know, And then some of the people playing this game don't even know stuff like this podcast exists. They don't even know, they don't go Google
Yep.
things, stuff like that. So we have to take those people into account as well. And like I was saying at the beginning, we also have to take into account the people that can't even do conquest. Because when we say there's 300,000 people playing the game,
True.
not all those accounts. There are tons and tons of new accounts. I don't know how often you guys go recruiting and stuff, but there are tons of new accounts. So if we're taking those into account as well in the numbers for people playing the game, I mean, that just significantly shrank the amount of people that are able to do this. We're also not taking into account the people who just quit the game because of Relic Delta, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Like, honestly, my concern with Conquest in general right now is they've made these feats incredibly challenging, incredibly annoying, but at the same time, it's the nostalgia fun. Like, that's the only thing that got me wanting to attempt them. Like, you guys know, usually I sit Sector 4 until lock-in of GC, and then I bugger off to the end of Sector 5, get my last bit of Red Crate, and I'm done. I'm at Red Crate on day 3. That's when I hit Red Crate. Because I may as well, with Sector 5 unlocked, get more reroll materials.
I didn't even know if I
That's all I
started
was doing. And now
by day 3. I'm on Sector 3 now. No, I think I've got like 10 or something blind to do, and then I've finished Sector 3. Yeah. But yeah.
But it's like the only thing I need is Datacron cache. Like, I'm sat at 800 of the Mark II and 890 of the Mark III. I'm going to be using Datacron cache in between to get everything up.
Yeah.
Because I don't farm Datacron cache in the bloody event because it's fucking dog shit for it. So, yeah. It's one of those of congrats. We're waiting on freaking the event.
Yeah.
But yeah, Conquest this time has sucked.
You know, I wish we could have, even though it would have taken longer, and I know people wouldn't have liked it. I would have liked it to do the entire event, like the entire raid event, and not just like a snippet.
All of the phases.
Because that would have brought back more nostalgia than just like beating Treya, right? Like at the end with I mean, it was still cool though. Like when you load it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this fight. I remember this fight. The only difference is I remember doing it significantly different, obviously. It's funny because like the stuff they have you use, I was like, was this a real thing that people did? Or was this just them throwing stuff together and saying, okay, try to beat it with this? Because I remember like HSTR, right? When it came out, or when we were doing it, and when Slacker was a thing, you just slackered it. Like, and it was a race to who could solo it with Slacker first. Is really what it was.
Yeah.
It was you just use Slacker and crew, and then you go to the end and you just wait for the rest of your guild to also Slacker and crew it, and then you click submit.
I like your idea. There's
the mass hand-ins.
Only one glaring problem is that if you can't solo all the phases, because you only have one attempt at it, right? So you need the SWGoH or like the gas team. Yeah.
No, I don't want them to do that. I didn't want them to do that. I just thought it'd be fun as
Oh
all.
yeah.
I didn't. It's not realistic at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, not realistic at all. It's just it would have just been fun as all. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that again, that would have just the similar to the way it is now, where it's only fun for us. It would have been the same way. It would have only been fun for people who have the stuff, people who used to do that back in the day, stuff like that. Like I had my own guild when I started playing, And so I built up teams, and that's how I know what solo is what, because I built up teams on my mini berm account, specifically that I created a guild on it, and I built up the team so I could solo all the stuff, so that my guild, like, anybody could join and you didn't have to worry about it. It's like, oh, Berm's just going to solo it anyways, so we'll just do whatever we can, and then he can beat the rest.
Yeah.
And that's how I know what solos it. That's why when I'm looking at some of the stuff, I'm like, I mean, I remember some of the stuff being a thing, but it wasn't like a thing that you would actually go for. Like, maybe it worked, but that wasn't the way that you beat it per se. So
I remember like Tebow was
Yeah.
for the pit raid was used, and Jin Urso just to reduce the turn meter. Like, some of the characters make sense. I don't remember Savage ever being used for the tank raid though. And I haven't gotten up to Sector 5, so I'll have to wait and let you know about that one.
Again, Sector
yeah,
5 was just Sector 5. I mean, it was Slacker. I mean, that's
Yeah, okay.
if you didn't have Slacker, I guess you did other stuff, but it was Slacker. I mean,
Okay. What were you saying, Womp?
I think this is the biggest. I think this is the biggest glaring issue. Is some of the teams that they've chosen are definitely not anything we would have normally thrown at it, and it's a case of okay. So one of those.
All right.
I will go try the Sector 5 one again one time just to see if the booming voice offense thing works.
Yeah.
But again, it's just one of those things where it's like, now it's going to be going on 6-7 attempts of trying to get this done.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm going to be doing that is because I think I actually do need it to red crate, and that's the only reason I'm doing it. If I didn't, though, I would just skip it. I wouldn't even care.
Like the main thing to point out though is the boss nodes are all 15, not 20 this time.
Didn't even notice.
Every single boss node is actually reduced.
There you go.
So it's actually less energy. Which says to me, were they aware that these are going to be a bit fucky, that you're going to have to do multiple extra attempts, and they're trying to make it cheaper?
Maybe. I hadn't noticed at all. So
yeah, not a lot of people have. I got it pointed out that Sector 1 was cheaper. I went and looked, and every sector's cheaper. So okay, nicety that they've done that on a shitty node. But still, shitty node. Shitty challenges, no. I don't like it.
Okay, so where do you think we're gonna end up? Are we gonna get Dark Side Ray shards?
We'll probably clear 3, and that'll be it.
So that's 900,000.
Yeah. People just don't in week 2 do anything but sim.
Yeah.
And you cannot sim the boss nodes. So, okay, we're just going to have a load of data disks being produced, and that's it. Not data disk, Datacron shit being produced.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sorry to say,
let's say we have 350,000 people, right, that are doing conquest, which I think is high. But let's say we have 350,000 people. I mean, if everybody beat every boss node, we would get it, right? I mean, obviously, because it's only 1.5 mil. Yeah, we'd comfortably get it because that's 3.5 mil or something.
Yeah,
roughly, if there were 10 bosses. So to get 1.5, we need roughly 150,000 people.
1.3
to beat everything. 1.3. Okay, I thought it was 1.5. So 1.3. Yeah, I mean that's a lot. That's still a lot of people. That's half the people essentially in the game.
Yeah,
beating all the boss nodes. And also, we're not even considering people multi-boxing, or not multi-boxing, but multi-accounting, and the fact that those people aren't going to be may not be worried about red crating on all their accounts. Like for instance, I haven't even, my littlest account is available for conquest. I've done conquest one time. I'm not even gonna touch Conquest. I have 2 accounts I'm doing Conquest on. 1 account, I didn't even touch it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that goes into the figures, right? Like that's an account that's active in the game. So that can do Conquest.
Yep. And this is the biggest thing to look at is how many of us are actually doing things that we should be doing that we would help the economy with all the baby accounts that are kicking around. How many of them are actually doing Conquest properly? Not a fucking lot.
I never did
Like,
it. When I had an alt, it was
you
always the
probably-
main, and that was it.
Yeah.
It's just too much time. It's
You
too much
are
time.
honestly,
Yeah.
yeah, you're probably honestly looking more towards 100,000 people that are actually playing Conquest. And that's probably it. And that even might be a high figure for it.
Okay. Well, 100,000 by 10 bosses is 1 million. So, yeah.
But like we said, we don't know if the wording includes the mini bosses or not. I hope it does. But if it doesn't, that's 5. So that's 500k between us all.
But Norelli's also
It's pretty
pointing
shit.
out a lot of the feats, a lot of the boss nodes require you to do 2 feats, which is 2 separate battles. So even if it is just that last battle, like the last boss that's being counted, there's still 10 theoretically. It could be 20.
Yeah, but
Like-
still, again, if you're not red crating, you don't care about doing that. Like that's not a thing that you're worried about if you're not red crating.
True. Yeah.
Like, and also we showed it on stream. A lot of the mini bosses can actually be done together.
Okay.
Like there was one where it's Maz and Balin, and I threw him in the same team with Slacker and just slacking it.
Yeah, right.
Oh look, both are done. I just don't care if they survive.
Yeah, I did the same
So-
thing. Yeah, if you can
Like,
double
there are-
up on some, I didn't do them twice. I just did it one time and moved on.
Yeah. It is definitely about how efficient can I get through the bullshit.
All right.
Right.
Next topic.
Next topic. Which one are we doing next?
The ghouls just want to have fun.
Ghouls
I'm glad you
just
mentioned
wanna
that.
have fun.
Glad you mentioned that. I forgot to do that on the Bane account or the Bones account or whatever.
Great title.
Yep.
Great title, right?
Great title for sure.
Meathead
Yeah.
is picking these names and stuff. He's doing very well. Very well lately. So yeah. And if it's ChatGTP doing it, I don't care, just keep it up. All right, so are we just gonna overview this, or we're actually gonna read it
Yeah,
out?
we'll just nutshell this one.
Okay.
We'll
So-
nutshell it. It's coming back every month, which is nice for now.
Yeah.
It's
So
definitely.
did that
for
make it
now.
an assault battle? Because it says event. I remember looking at this and going, is this an assault battle? Or is this just an event that we're going to be doing?
So it is an event. The one for layer is classed as a special event, and there's another one that's classed as a special event. It is just here's an event.
Isn't this?
See it as an assault battle, see it as an event. It doesn't really matter.
I see this as like Endor escalation, not in.
Yeah.
Endor escalation, Smuggler's Run, that sort of thing, where the GL's needed for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Smuggler's Run?
Okay, so it's going to be
Jabba's
so
Run?
it's going to you're thinking this is going to be a permanent rotation thing to make Glat relevant.
Correct.
As far as like, hey, this is
So-
a reason to farm this character.
Yes.
So they have said that it's coming back every month for now, subject to potential change, yada, yada, yada. Honestly, for now, I would be pushing Glat anyway and going, well, if you've got her R9, it's free shit. And it's gonna pay back bloody quick. So we'll fly through what you get. It's like the shards in the first two, which are really nice, which is gonna help. It's currency and it's Kyrotech.
Yep.
That is the main things. Anybody in the lower ones that are trying to push for GL Ahsoka, push for her. If you then take her to R9, you get in some form of signal data, which how many of us will turn signal data down? You've got Zimbiddle cards, impulse detectors, error magnifiers are the next set. None of us will turn any of them down, and you either get Gerda keypads or droid brains. Honestly, this is really fucking good. Like, we did a little bit of a look into it. Now, to refresh this tier, it is 1,500 crystals, which you can do.
Is that worth it?
Yeah, so is it worth it? So droid brains on their own, if you pull droid brains, it's 1,500 crystals. If you pull 10 Gerda, the 5 Gerda keypads, it's 1,250. So if it was just them, like normally it would be, that's fine. But you have a chance at 10 aero magnifiers, which is 2,500 crystals, and impulse detectors, which is 1,800 crystals, or Zimbiddle cards, which is 1,400 crystals. Whichever one you pull, you are better off by over 1,000 crystals than just spending the crystals on them.
Except for the keypads.
That's
right?
without then the signal data.
I think you said the keypads was 12.
So let's take the worst scenario where you get Zimbiddle cards and keypads. You've got 1,250 plus 1,400. You are still over 1,000 crystals better.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but those, in my opinion, aren't worth spending crystals on anyways. So that's not a thing I spend crystals on. So at that point, it's like, do I refresh it? Because I see what you're saying. The value is higher. You have a higher value, like return on your investment for your crystals. But if that's not a thing you spend crystals on anyways, you're really actually spending crystals you wouldn't normally spend.
Yeah. It's like going to the shop and you
get like saying that
you buy one, the second one's half price. Do you really need the second one? Not really, but
or was I going to buy it in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah, or was I going to buy it in the first place? Like, if I buy something that I wasn't going to buy, I didn't actually save myself any money. I spent money. So,
yeah. So for me, at the stage I'm at, I need droid brains and I need keypads all day long, every single day. Just give more. Don't care. Which is why, for me, the refresh was a no-brainer. You then combine that with any of those three. Like, I hit aero magnifiers, which is the big one of the set. I'm always short of arrows. I'm always short of the electrum conductors. Like, my biggest bugbear with this game is electrum conductors for the amount that I need to take something to R9. It's I think it's 80 or 120 to go to R9. And they are not an easy item to get consistently.
Yep.
Like, all I spend my guild currency on, Mark III guild currency, is electrum conductors, and I'm currently sat at 30. I'm planning on taking Zuckuss to R9, and at the moment, I won't have enough electrum conductors. I'll have everything else in time, just won't have them.
So here's the thing, though. When I'm looking at this event, right, and we're saying, okay, man, this is a good. You want to get Glat because you get this stuff, right? I do like that in the second node. I noticed the second, the 7-star, you get Kairos, so that's nice for
a chance at
for
either
middle to early to mid game accounts. It's great, right? Because you get You get some Kairos and you're going to need
Yep.
them. But for the R9 Ahsoka, right? Obviously, if you got Ahsoka, you're probably taking her to R9, so you're probably going to have her. For this event, though, it's not guaranteed. Like you're not getting
No.
guaranteed droid brains, for instance, right? You're getting like I just did it. I didn't get droid brains. I got the data pads. Not a huge deal, not overly concerned. However, doesn't the Duel of the Fates give you droid brains? Or is that also a chance?
No, Duel of the Fates is a chance, I think, of droid brain. Same with Peridia Patrol, it's a chance of droid brain. So these are just the same. It's just got, instead of it having 5 armies in there as a potential, it goes, well, instead of 5 armies, here have a load of other relic material.
Okay, so the key difference here is when I go look at this event for the possible rewards is I don't get crystals for doing Coven of the Shadows, right?
Yeah,
But
you
for an
get
event that's debatably easier to participate in with Duel of the Fates, and I'm not saying you shouldn't do this event. I'm just saying if for the investment into the character to do this event, why would you give worse rewards than you do for the Duel of the Fates, which is easier to partake, like easier to do?
I would honestly say that they're probably not easier. They're on par with each other, dependent on more where your account is. If your
No, it's
account is
easier to
heading for Ahsoka,
it's easier to get into the event, I guess is what I'm saying. Because to
yeah,
get into the yes, you need an R9 Ahsoka to do this event, but you need 2
yeah,
R9s to do Duel of the Fates. However, I have to go unlock Ahsoka, which means now I have to relic all those other characters. I have to R9 those other characters
Yeah.
to do the Ahsoka unlock. Yeah, to do the
yeah.
Ahsoka
So
unlock. Whereas with this, I only need 2 characters. In general, I don't have to go unlock all those other
Yeah.
characters. It's 2 characters.
Yeah.
The key difference, obviously, I don't
Yeah.
get the other stuff. And actually,
Yeah.
that's not even true because you get that in tier 5. So I actually am getting more out of Duel of the Fates than I am out of Coven of the Shadows,
Are
which
you
is
though?
brand new and has
So out of Duel of the Fates, you have a maximum of 4 arrows. You would have 6 impulse detectors or 8 Zimbiddle cards. So it is substantially lower.
well, so but in
It's
Duel of the
also
Fates,
still it's also
Duel of the
still
Fates,
1,000 crystals just to refresh.
but in Duel of the Fates, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 400 crystals. I'm getting mod materials. I'm getting either circuit boards or bronziums or something like that. Plus, I'm getting the signal
Isn't it only
data.
300 crystals? Yeah, it's
Not
300
according to the
crystals
web.
overall.
Oh, I was looking at SWGoH.wiki, and I guess it's wrong.
Yeah, it's tier 4, 5, and 6 that has the crystals in. Same with Peridia.
Oh, so there's none on tier 3. Okay. Well, this website I'm looking at is wrong though. Wiki, get your stuff together. But according to what I was seeing, tier 5 you get Zimbiddles or impulse detectors or arrow magnifiers. I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
But if it is,
Yeah.
then again, you're getting essentially very close to the same stuff for significantly less investment is what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would just
your
expect
return
slightly
over
better
time-
rewards.
Yeah, so your return over time is substantially better with them in the short term. The thing with this Coven of Shadows is it's very large rewards very quickly. So it's the 10 arrows instead of 4. It's 10 impulses or 10 Zimbiddle cards. You're also getting either the droid brains or the computers. You're also getting signal data. It's not, here's a quick answer. This is
But
definitely,
how often does Duel of the Fates run?
Once a month, if that.
Okay. Okay, so if it's once a month, then I agree. I was gonna say if it's twice a month, I mean now we're getting into even more territory about what's better. But okay, I mean that makes sense. All right, so that's what I was wondering because it's again, I'm not saying that it's not a good event. It is a good event. I'm just saying to get an R9 Ahsoka to do this event, is it worth pushing Ahsoka to R9 to do this event? I would say no, when there are other events that you could be pushing for instead.
Purely for this event?
So
Talking? Like, do you think Ahsoka should go to Relic 9 because of this event? And you're saying no?
No, I'm saying
So-
don't go after us. I'm saying like people say go get Jabba so that you can do Smuggler's Run too.
Yep.
I'm saying if you have Ahsoka, yes, take her to R9 to do this event. If you don't have Ahsoka and she's not like on your farming list already, like she's not something you're already pushing for, don't switch what you're doing to go do this event.
All right.
Because you're gonna have to go R9 you're gonna have to go through that whole process, right? Of getting Ahsoka. And for instance, if you don't have the Poncho Bros, that would be a better investment than going to get Ahsoka right out the gate, is what I'm getting at.
Mm.
yeah, like if you have Ahsoka unlocked, so you've just got her unlocked, and you've got her at Relic 7 or Relic 6 or wherever you have stopped because of your account. There is two reasons why I'd say Relic 9 is a good investment on it. This is part of it. It's getting a return for basically you do it once, and after 8 times that this is run, in theory, you should have the droid brains and the battle computers returned to you. That's the start of it. The other thing, the main reason you are taking Ahsoka to R9 is she is a tank. That's it. She gains a shit ton of protection, gains a shit ton of health. She's a menace at R9. And that is the true reason why 99.9% of the population that has Ahsoka, that is at the higher end of GEC, that is like the Kyber 1, Kyber 2 group. You see in Ahsoka, you just assume it's R9. You don't assume it's below that, even before this event finished. Even before this event was a twinkle in our eye, it was that moment of she's a tank, R9.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I
it's one of those where honestly, if your account's got it, I'd be doing it just so that you get the rewards back sooner rather than later.
I agree with that one, Brett. Yeah. If you have Ahsoka already, there's no reason not to take her to R. This event gives you a reason to take her to R9. I completely agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're all in agreement.
This is the if you have got her at R7, get her to R9 in the next 5 hours if you can. And if not, before the end of the event, get her to R9 just to start benefiting now, rather than, oh, I'll do it by the next time it's back and losing your time on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Get
like you
it
said, you're
early,
immediately
get it
getting
done.
some. Yeah, you're immediately getting some investment back for the R9, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're getting at least you're getting either 5 droid brains or 5 keypads. So it's like you're gonna get that back, and then it's gonna run again in 5 hours, and you're gonna get 5 more back. So you're immediately getting some sort of return on your
Yeah.
investment. It's gonna happen again next month. By next month, when it comes back, now you might have gotten your entire investment back at that point. So
And this is the biggest thing. It's like, say you're constantly short of aero magnifiers. If you hit it twice, you've paid the Relic 9 off. But yeah, you've got a Relic 8 to think about. Okay, so say you hit it twice more than the next time it comes around. Now you've already paid that off. Like, you've just got to have a little bit of, I want to get it as early as I can to make sure my returns are now and not in a month to 2 months' time. Because if this comes back later in the month or next month or whenever it next comes back, we're sat there going, okay, so are you now going to invest to get it to R9? I know a lot of us are saying, as specialist creators, currently hold your R9s, hold your high-end relics, wait for the update on the economy so that we can actually make a better decision. But this is helping your economy in the future.
I think
Well, also,
on that
So,
point in
go ahead.
particular, I think that this is still, even with Relic Delta looming, right? It could be, you know, we think it to be this year, right? Even with that looming, this is still, you're putting in the resources, but we'll be getting at least a chance of those resources back every month. So this is not like it's
Yep.
not like Relic 9 on Jedi Knight Revan or something for your Jedi Master Luke team, right? This is giving you back the resources over time.
Well, and the
Yeah.
odds of you getting those resources back is higher the earlier that you do it, right?
Correct.
Because again, like we were talking about, we don't know how long this event's going to run. So let's say you wait 3 months and do it, and then they only run the event for 4 months. Now you didn't get your resources back. Whereas had you done it immediately, you would have gotten all your resources back from doing the event.
Yeah.
That's like when you wait, like with the marquee events, right? Like you don't get it, and then like you end up, or like the not the marquees, but the era events that we have going on now instead of the assault battles. And it's like, oh, now I have the ability to get this person up, but this era battle is only going to be running another 2 or 3 times. It's like now there's no investment, no return on my investment at that point. So why would I do it now?
No.
Because it took me so long.
So we'll quickly cover the era battle that started then, because this kind of fits together quite nicely. Like a lot of people with Volom have completed tier 1 and 2. I know videos are out there of how to do tier 5 to how to do tier 3. Like if you're a smaller account that actually cares about the stuff being given, which is all gear, and the people that are gonna have Volom a 7-star already, probably not caring too much about gear, okay, do it. If you can find a way of doing it, do it. What I've done with my account is I've got a Relic 9 Forlom ready for the event, ready for me to Relic 9 Zuckuss. Do I give a shit about gear? No. But there is no way on earth that I can do the Relic 4 the tier 4 tier, because my Forlom's just not strong enough. We've got to wait for Zuckuss, and it's a case of, okay, I'll wait for him. I'll take him to Relic 9, and I'll do all the tiers. That's what I care about. I want the rewards. But when it comes round to, like, Scribe made a video on it, he said he took about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to actually pull off tier 3. It's like, it's for gear. I'm not doing that bullshit for just gear.
Yeah. Nobody's got time for
If
that.
that was the Relic tier, yes. Relic tier, yes. Yeah, get fucked. I've got enough of it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
But yeah. So, right. Next proper topic.
Next topic.
Let's have fun. Yep.
All right. So next one is, we had a content update thing come out from Meathead. Zuckuss kit, which we'll go over in a second. Obviously, the ghouls want to have fun. Vane is now farmable in Cantina 3B. Apparently, Silvo was Dark Side and Unaligned Force user, but wasn't Dark Side Unaligned Force user. That's been updated. Once GL Ahsoka, once she achieved her ultimate, Ahsoka's abilities decided they were too powerful and too powerful to explain themselves. Don't know. I just want the buttons to not fucking disappear. Let's just try and work on that one, please. Radis and Jin, obviously the idea is that if Jin is alive, they sort of focus on her, and Raditz needs to die before Jin can die. If they were both to be revived at the same time, sometimes Raditz would forget that. In the raid, there was a bug where players would be forced to use rescue when no Jedi were available.
Yep,
Did you
that was
have
a
that?
fun one. That was an annoying one.
Yeah, okay.
It only happened like if you were on the final tier, you got the stacks on him, but then somebody caused him to go enraged.
Okay.
And then basically your first action when he was in range was you had to rescue Jedi when he was enraged, which there is no Jedi to rescue. So you got no points for it, but you were going to lose somebody.
Okay.
That's what happened with that one. Is it was just you are going to lose somebody. Enjoy.
Okay. All right.
And then we had the tiniest update in the world to a kit.
Yes.
A percentage change.
Yep. So
all that's changed.
For Cad Bane, his old text said that he would deal physical damage to target enemy with 65% chance to attack again. The only difference is that it's now 100%. Everything else in that skill is exactly the same.
I mean, that's a big update, though. I mean, not a big update, but it's a big update to the number.
It's a change.
To the percentage. I mean,
yeah. It will
So
always work.
We will.
Yeah.
I've had a look at it with a few people, and it's like it's that moment of under a boss lead where you've just got to hit a target so many times. Okay, well, this has made it easier. Under Forlom lead, again, you've got to hit a target with the droid, whatever it is. I can't remember what it's called now. Oh, look, he's double tapping. So he's getting 2 hits for the price of 1. And remember, your basic is what you do on a call to assist. So you call to assist him. Oh, look, he's getting 2 hits instead of 1. It all is going to add up very quickly.
Can they not have said that he attacks twice instead of there's a 100% chance of him attacking again? Is there a difference?
It's probably something to do with the mechanics of the other characters.
Yeah.
Like the characters he interacts with. Whereas if you do 100% chance to attack, that doesn't actually, or I think it was a crit chance, right? But it doesn't guarantee it because of the stats of the other characters. Whereas if you just do the attacking twice, now you've changed the mechanic itself.
It's also probably that there's a number in their code that says 65. They can change it to 100 and not break everything.
That's true as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
This way they also
they
can also manipulate again. It's easier to manipulate when you do numbers instead of like attack again, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's very likely this was do we change it to just attack again or do we change it to 100% so we don't break shit? Probably a don't break shit.
Yeah, okay.
You
guys make valid points.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. All right. So kit. We got a kit to read. Just trying to
Zuckuss.
Let's go across to it, but I think I need to probably make it to zoom it in a bit. Make it a bit bigger. All right, so am I reading or one of you guys want to read?
I don't mind.
I'll read it then.
So I'll do it this week then.
Okay. No, you do it then.
Oh, you do it? Okay.
No, you do it because I can make it look pretty. Yeah.
Okay, so final text for the leadership is bounty hunter allies gain 80% protection, while debuffed enemy. Whenever a debuffed enemy ends their turn, bounty hunter allies recover 10% protection, doubled for Zuckuss. Whenever an enemy with foresight evades, Zuckuss gains 10% turn meter, and other bounty hunters gain 5% turn meter. So, okay, it's going to help you. It's going to help you. Like, this is going to stop turn meter drains to a degree, but we'll have to see. While Zuckuss is the only tank whenever a Darkside ally bounty hunter ally with foresight uses a special ability, all other Darkside bounty hunter allies with foresight assist. Okay. I didn't like this clause at all, but fine. Whenever Zuckuss is in the leader slot and not in the ally slot, his following contract is active. While buffed with foresight, deal damage with attack to enemies 20 times. Only bounty hunters can contribute. All bounty hunters have their payouts activated. All bounty hunter allies gain 25 speed, 30% offense, and non-tank bounty hunters gain stealth for 3. My initial thought on the leadership is Forlom's is better by a very long margin. Just survivability in general. What do you guys think?
Where do you think he's going to be used?
With Forlom, 100%. He's
yeah,
going
but I
with
mean, like,
Forlom.
what's the rest of the team?
Zam.
Oh, we're going through that one.
Orasing and Bosk.
Yeah, okay.
Not Bosk. Cad Bane.
Oh, yes.
That would explain the update to Cad Bane as well, right?
Bosk, but yeah, you could swap in Bosk for it, but there's no point. You don't need double tank, but Forlom's lead gives you a hell of a lot more survivability than this. Because when you're critically hit with Forlom, you gain 10% health and protection back. So, oh look, they crit me. I don't care. Heal.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't do Bosk, right? I mean, if you're using the lead on this, at least you wouldn't use Bosk because he needs to be the only tank.
No.
So,
yeah. But as I said, the survivability in this lead, yeah, you gain an 80% max protection. But is it worth it when you're going to have your protection eaten eventually?
I don't think it's about the protection though. So, I mean, when you mix it with Zam gives foresight, right? So when you are evading with foresight, which you've just received, you're also gaining turn meter. So it's not just the protection though, right? You're also possibly trying to get a TM train somewhat, like maybe like a little bit of a TM train going. I mean, it's not going to be anything crazy, but maybe you get to take an extra turn before the other team.
Yeah. Where is it?
Not very good on defense though, because I mean, obviously it's easily countered. But
again, I'll just go through why as well, because although we're saying he's got a little bit of a TM train, Forlom's lead goes, if there's no Galactic Legends, whenever an enemy gains bonus turn meter, bounty hunters gain 10% offense, potency, speed, 10% offense and potency, and 5 speed until the end of the encounter. So he is also pushing a counter to.
I think it's going to be
gaining turn meter.
I think it's going to be a matter of which lead do I use depends on which team am I taking this against on offense, right? Again, I think it's an very offensive type of mechanics where, because it's so easily countered on defense, where it's like, okay, they've got Forlom lead, I don't use X team. They have Zuckuss team, I don't use X team. Whereas if you're on offense, you get to pick and choose who you're using, and then you can pick and choose your lead depending on, like if they have AoEs, for instance, right? if they have AoEs, you might want to use Zuckuss, because now everybody gets foresight. They do an AoE, everybody evades. Now you gain massive amounts of turn meter.
Yeah.
That's
the major
always
thing here with Fort.
that the leader picking and choosing what leader has always been a bounty hunter thing. Like you had Aura gets your contract really quickly, like Bosk was another leader, Fennec Shan.
Yeah.
Like it's always sort of been the theme with them. So I don't mind that.
The thing for me that stands out is if you're going to make Zuckuss fast and fall on fast, which you're going to want to, you then add Zamzombie into the equation. This team actually might be a problem on defense just because you've all of a sudden got like, what would my fall on be? My fall on would be 420 speed.
Okay.
You're not outrunning that team. Zuckuss is just as bad. He's going to be ridiculously high speed. You get a decent Zam that's adding between 70 and 80 speed to you, and you get these into the 320s, 330s area, which is very easily done. These are all of a sudden, I need to throw something serious because they're just going to get out in front of me and it's over. So I think there is got potential on defense. Granted, things like Great Mothers, things like Treya are going to eat these alive. Because, oh, look, Treya goes, you're assisting, I'm going to shred you. I've just got to take a turn, and I'm going to kill half your units. And Great Mothers just go, protection, no. So there is going to be some very big answers to them. But I think the speed at which these are going to get out the gate, especially if you get set up right, is going to break people's brain. You're going to have to start looking at Zam's speed. You're going to have to start looking at Aura's offense. You're going to have to actually look through the team to check that things are how you think they are.
Yeah.
Right. Let's cover the unique, because the unique is nice and weird and affects goddamn everything.
Yep.
So, final text. If all allies were bounty hunter at the start of the battle, in the encounter, taunt for 2 turns. That is going to mean things like the waves in TB. He will always taunt in between, which is really nice. But it gets interesting. Zuckuss has 50% defense whenever a bounty hunter ally with foresight evades. Zuckuss gains 10% turn meter, stacking for 2 turns, and 2 stacks of force connection, which can't be copied, dispelled, prevented for 3 turns. Force connection, if you bear with me so that I can pull up the right person. You. Where the hell is the
Karkatan.
So force connection is under blue, isn't it? Yeah. So he gains 2% defense and 2% offense per stack. So it's not a lot of extra defense, but extra offense is always nice. While Zuckuss has force connection, he has 50% defense and recovers 15% protection at the start of the turn. The defense would mean he's now at 100% stack, 100% defense plus the extra 4%. He could be an issue to damage. But remember, this is without his leadership as well, so you can have this under a different lead.
There's no...
So as a tank goes, 100% defense is nice.
You can, but also think about when you mix this. Sorry, Mike. When you mix this with his leader, though, I mean that's even more turn meter. Again, that's more turn meter gain. So you're stacking his leadership with his unique for the turn meter train that I was mentioning earlier. So I feel like it could get out of control kind of fast with taking turns on this team.
Yeah. So at the start of battle, if Forlom is an ally, which you're going to do, Zuckuss gains 30% potency and tenacity. He's base tenacity. I haven't got any extra tenacity on him yet. Just bear with us so that I can pull this up. Where are you, Zuckuss? His base tenacity at gear 12 is 47%. So an extra 30% is always nice, but you're talking with all-on lead, it's an extra 50% on top of that. So you could go either way. You can either make him very hard to get those debuffs on or very, very annoying in general. Now, it is a TW army. Zuckuss gains 100% protection for the first time he is defeated and bounty hunters resolve, which means he's going to stand back up, which is going to get irritating. If all allies were non-galactic legend bounty hunters at the start of battle, whenever his taunt is dispelled, Zuckuss taunts for 1 turn. Whenever bounty hunter allies are inflicted with daze, they dispel it and gain speed up for 2 turns. I like the TW army, which is why I've already put it on. I like the unique. It is giving turn meter. It's giving you force connection. It's giving you more defense. It's making him a potential pain in the arse. So overall, like it's looking interesting. Do I think it's going to be a great kit yet? I don't know. But gaining 100% defense means your armor is going to be sat very high. So would be quite an interesting one so far as a tank.
Yeah.
As tanks go, I think he's going to be a pain. Right, let's read the basic. So the basic, the animation looks meh. Here's a grenade, catch. But deal physical damage to a target enemy.
It's a knife, not a grenade.
Is it a knife?
I think so. The little icon's got a knife there.
Yeah, fair enough. Only an Aussie would know this is a knife and not a spoon. Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah, I will. I will do something even funnier in a minute or two. But yeah, so deal physical damage to a target enemy, recover 10% protection. If Zuckuss had foresight, attack again. Yay!
Cool.
Gets to throw 2 knives at you. Honestly, protection recovery on a basic. Nice.
Yep.
Now, this one is a cooldown of 3. Yeah, cooldown of 3 is not on the sheet, which was kind of annoying. We had to find out in game. Yeah. So deal physical damage, stun, and inflict actually down on a target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be evaded. If the enemy was already stunned, had Bane. Zuckuss gains protection up for 40% for 2 turns, and the target enemy loses 15% turn meter. So it's again trying to allow you to push turn meter, is giving you that protection up, which is why I'm highly debating putting very heavily modded to skew for health, try and get more protection up. Because remember, protection up goes off your health value. So yeah. It's a nice special. The protection up, the losing turn meter, if you can stun them with Cad Bane, you're in a very happy spot.
He's kind of more a support than a tank. The vibe I'm sort of getting, like, there's a lot of protection up and recovery and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. Nothing that doesn't say he's not a tank, but a lot of the recovery and protection and stuff like that. Yeah.
So this is special 2. It's cooldown of 4. So that's a little bit on the rough side. Zuckuss dispels debuffs on himself, taunts for 2 turns, and bounty hunter allies gain foresight for 2 turns. Zuckuss gains 2 stacks of force connection for 3 turns, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented, and Zuckuss recovers 30% protection. It's one of those where he's recovering a lot of protection, which is nice. So protection will be important to have on him, but being health skewed means that protection up from the first special is increased. You're gaining more stacks of force connection, which gains in his unique as well, making him have more defense and more offense in general. Overall, this is actually really nice as a kit. It's a lot simpler than a lot of the kits we've had recently. But yeah, I think it's a good one. Whether you do go Zuckuss lead or Forlom lead, as we said, it's going to a lot depend on the team. But I think defensively, potentially Forlom has it because of what his kit does on top, especially with the bigger healing. The only major advantage Zuckuss has is that massive bump in your protection. And yeah, okay. But Aussie Mike, this is a knife.
Not even gonna go there.
It's a teaspoon on my desk for the tea.
Yeah.
No.
I'm liking the idea of having different leaders for different situations. I think that can be quite fun. But
I think that's what's always made the bounty hunters fun, right? Is the fact that you can pick and choose which one you want to use. So that's how they're different as far as like the different factions and stuff go in the game. Is that with the bounty hunters, you just get so much variety and so many different things that you can do.
Yeah.
So I like that they continued that.
Yeah. I think it's
I think that is a nice theme though.
The only thing I would like to see is instead of us trying to make 2 separate bounty hunter teams like the old school Bosk and that, I would like to see basically have like one super team that, like what we're sort of on the same theme of, depending on what you're attacking or whether you're putting them on defense, the 10 or 12 bounty hunters can be used. Obviously you're only going to use 5 at a time, but it gives you that more flexibility. I just don't think it's quite there at the moment, right? Like Bosk is not likely
one of the
to be
teams
used, I guess.
One of the teams that I'm really wanting to test, like I went and we theory crafted a load of shit prior, before we knew about Cad Bane's change, but we had one team that was full on Zuckuss, Zam, Cad Bane, Aura. Another team that I wanted to test was full on Bosk, Aura, Zam. I still think that team has got very much potential because of that mass assist and because of his weakest enemy deals double damage and guaranteed a critical hit. Like, I think there is a chance that you may see Bosk and Zuckuss with Forlom. You just wouldn't be using Zuckuss lead. you'd use fall on lead, and you go, okay, so I lose the single tank benefits, but now I've got two very annoying tanks on defense that, oh, you've crit them, they heal.
Mm.
And there is going to be some merit to both sides, and you may see a super bounty hunter team rise from this. We've just got to get to testing.
Yeah. I think I would enjoy that rather than us trying to make two different bounty hunter teams that are just average. Like don't get me wrong, there's no expectation that this needs to beat even this super team that has to beat any GLs, right? I'm happy if it takes down like a Balin Skull or Darth Malgus, that sort of level, right? I'm happy with that. Because that's just another team you might find in the back wall that these guys can take down. I'm happy for that.
I'm not okay with these teams taking down GLs. When I say I'm not okay with it, I don't like it because you're not when you release a character that isn't even a conquest or like a journey or something like that, and then all of a sudden it's taking down GLs. You really killed the return on investment on the fact that I went through all that work to get the GL, right? Like I put a lot into getting it, and then you release this character that I didn't have to do anything to get. And now with the new marquee system, like I might even have it 7-star before without ever having to farm it. So
True.
I did almost nothing to get this character, but now I'm taking out GLs. Like, I mean, cool for me on the offensive, but also not cool because now other people are going to do it to me as well. And so it's like, why did I even spend all the time getting this GL
Yeah.
to just have you release this nobody character that's going to kill him?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like they've gone that way a lot with a lot of the characters, honestly. Like obviously there's power creep, and I know we've discussed this before, but there's a lot of power creep in the game, and that's going to happen. But at the same time, you have to put a certain level of respect on your highest tier characters, and you have to let them shine. Otherwise, why do those characters exist? And you kind of negate the reason for even going after them. On my smallest account, I'm debating like I'm gonna get SLKR because I bought the LSBs for it.
Yep.
But if it wasn't for that, I mean, I'm other than getting Jabba for the Smuggler's Run too, it's like I don't even want to get any GLs because I can just farm the solo journeys and kill all your GLs. Like, yeah, throw them on defense. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna beat them anyways. Except I got significantly more teams than you did because you spent all your time getting a GL, and while you were doing that, I farmed these other 5 teams.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm at
little rant.
no, yeah, and it's valid. Like I get that. I probably felt that way at some point in time, but like when you think about well, you see Malicos, right? Your CM Malicos team is, we've spoken about how Malicos is quite low gear level and taking down Ray teams and stuff like that. Ray is still to this day like one of the most commonly placed defensive teams of GAC and TW probably. And that's not because we don't like using her on offense. It's she gets quite a lot of holds. So for her to be such a defensive powerhouse, let's say, but still beaten by the Malicos, sometimes you got to add in a bit more sauce to get it done. But I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I mean, she's at R9. At R9, I have a hard time with her with my team.
Yeah.
So if you R9 your Ray, I might not beat it with my Gear 12.
Yeah.
But without R9ing her, you can just consider her toast, even though I'd put nothing into my team.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm happy with that.
I granted I do have to use Datacrons. Granted, I do use Datacrons, so I don't know what it would be like without the Datacrons.
Yeah.
But I farm Datacrons, so I have a whole bunch of them. So I just throw a good one on, boom, wipe her out real quick, and
Yep.
move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit
I
different if
think-
bloody Jawas was to beat Ray. Like, that's a bit different, right? But a seeing Malikos team is like, that's, you know, Malikos' conquest.
Yeah, but
Starkiller's.
what you're talking about, but what we're talking about is like the Jawas, not like Sir Malikos, because this is just a marquee character. That this isn't a conquest character. This is a guy that we're gonna unlock in a few days,
True.
just from doing nothing. That's what I'm getting at. This
Yeah.
isn't like a conquest character. This isn't a solo journey. This is if they release this guy and he starts taking out GLs just because he's a new character, I think that's a little too much.
I agree. Yeah. That's what I'm happy for, that sort of Starkiller, Malikos, Darth Malgus, that sort of level. I'm happy for it to do that, but not much past that. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And that's why I was agreeing with you in that we should temper expectations, and we should hope for something around the level of what you were mentioning.
Even if it needs to be that super team to get there, I'm happy with that.
Like, I think there'll be some GLs it will be able to threaten. Whether it will beat them comfortably regularly, I don't think it will. I think it will be very much a case of it's like 40 to 45% win rate. And the win rate comes down to, did the mechanics work? Did you get a little bit of good RNG on your side? Did you have them modded well? And are you substantially over Relic over your opponent? I think that's what this team is eventually going to come down to. With Relic Delta coming, I think that's where this team will head, is it will be able to deal with some of the GLs. Whether it will be able to deal with all of them, probably not. Is it going to be comfortable? Fuck no. I don't see a GL this is going to comfortably be.
I'm happy. That's perfectly fine with me.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I don't mind. I don't but again, I don't like the idea of taking down GLs. I mean, I like the idea of doing it personally, like taking down GLs with normal teams. I don't like that it's a thing.
Yeah.
Obviously it's fun to do. We all enjoy it. But I don't like that it's a thing that you are able to do. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And with Relic Delta coming, like you said, it's honestly, it's going to make things a lot more difficult. It's going to, in my opinion, it's going to even a lot of things out, a lot of the disparity between teams and being able to use lesser teams. So to an extent, it's going to protect your ROI. Obviously, make it a little more pay to win, but I mean that's just how these games work. So
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
But yeah, honestly, we need to vote on it.
Well,
so Argumite, press the vote button, please.
Streamer bot is not actually open, and it's refusing to open for me, so it's having the week off. I first noticed it when Undead Empire tried to redeem the joke thing and nothing happened. Like, oh shit. Normally, is it a vote or a poll? I can't even look.
I think it's a poll, right?
It's a touch or poll.
Okay, I can set up the poll. What are we asking?
Just do you think the kid's good or not?
Whether it's good or shit.
Yeah.
It's Bantha or Bantha poo.
Oh yeah, you're a mod on, so you can do it.
Yeah, I just did it.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to set it for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Vote.
All right. My thoughts on him. Not overly complicated. I feel like he's a bit more probably support than tank, but yeah, interesting to see a combination might be able to work with him. So yeah.
I think he's going to be good as a lead. again, like I was saying, I think it'll be a who are you going against? What are you trying to do? What are your intentions with the team that you're using? Even with his two uniques, his leadership, and his specials, I think you're just going to get a lot of turn meter out of this team based on depending on who you stick with him. And I think you could ramp, and it'll be a you kill the other team very quickly. I don't think it's going to be a turn meter train per se, like Imp Trooper or something like that. But I think it'll let you get a lot of it'll let you get an early lead on taking out another team. And then if you don't win pretty quick, you might be in trouble, except for the fact, again, that he is going to be really hard to kill. But I don't think it'll be a turn meter train per se, but I think it'll be like a nice boost. And I think that's what he'll be good for.
Yeah. I can agree there. I think he's going to be potentially really good in the right situation. But like I said, I don't know whether I want to run Forlom or Zucks lead. I'm more towards Forlom lead myself. But it's one of those of if it works in either way, it's fine. We will find uses for it. So yeah,
Yeah.
really, really happy with it. Think it's going to be potentially good.
We had 100%.
And Bantha has won.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
100%.
100% Bantha. So it's not doo-doo this week.
No. All right. This is well, that's all the news, right? And updates and whatnot. So
Yep.
Well, we had Relic Delta from last week that we didn't, not Relic Delta, Relic 10 that we didn't touch. Did we? Was that on the list?
Yeah.
Oh no, didn't have it on the list.
It wasn't on the list, but we can talk about it.
Yep. I forgot about it again.
So
It was my bloody topic too.
So what are so what are your guys' hopes for Relic 10 then?
What a loaded fucking question, Montbrat. What a loaded question.
Oh god, yes.
We're just trying to
God,
get you
yes.
canceled, Mike.
Yeah.
Answer right or get canceled, Mike.
What I don't want to see is just another stat increase like Relic 9 and stuff are. I would like to see something more unique, whether it's we get a new ability or a buff or something, even if it's like all support get protection up or something, right? Whatever it is. I just think the whole stat thing is a bit because what are you gonna do, right? You're gonna give everybody 100 speed or something stupid like that, because it needs to be something good or nobody's gonna get it. The Relic Delta thing is not gonna push someone from Relic 9 to Relic 10 in 90% of cases, right? They're gonna go, it's Relic 9, it'll do. That's what I would like to see happen. What is realistically gonna happen? I don't know. Maybe everybody gets 20 speed or something for getting Relic 10. I don't know.
Yeah.
I disagree with you, Mike. I don't want another special ability added into the game. I mean, we already have too many abilities and we have too many things that we had to keep track of with all the Datacrons and the Omicrons and the Zetas and all of that. And I think adding another ability like adds too much complexity for them to, not for us to play, but for them to handle.
I'm not talking like ability like a usable skill. I'm talking like a buff, a debuff, something like that. So when you hit Relic 10, maybe when you get attacked, you automatically counterattack, or if they're stunned and you hit them, you get this bonus or something. Like it's like a unique ability, I guess, that gets added on, or maybe it opens up another level for the unique or something, and you can you know, for an
And so with this, are you thinking like each character has their own? Because then they would have to like
no, like,
release, instead of releasing Relic 10, they'd have to release Relic 10 for like this character and then Relic 10 for this other character
all
and have to build
supports.
out kits and stuff like that.
Yeah, supports get this, tanks get this, attackers get this, that sort of thing. Which would
Okay.
sort of suit
Yeah,
that.
I don't want it
that
to
thing.
be, I definitely don't want to have like with Relic 9, right? Like where it's like, oh, this is beneficial to tanks. I don't want something like that because then you're only Relic 10ing specific classes, right? Where it's like, oh, well, healers and supports get this huge buff. Well, now the only people you take to Relic 10 are healers and supports, which is what they're trying to avoid in the first place and what
Yeah.
they're trying to get rid of. So I think I don't mind a stat boost. I think give a stat boost to all classes, or all classes, tanks, healers, supports. Everybody gets a pretty substantial stat boost for going to Relic 10. I don't even know that I like the idea of giving more speed, although I guess maybe as long as it's not a lot of speed, just to give that little boost, like, okay, well, you took SLKR to Relic 10, now you're faster than all the Relic 9 SLKRs or whatever character you're using. Like, okay, since you went to Relic 10, you've got this slight advantage beyond the fact that you have the Relic Delta helping you out. Now you also have a stat boost on top of that to differentiate you between, like, we'll just use like Darth Revan, for instance, right? Like if you have, because once you're in relics, right, and you have similar mods, now you're like, okay, we're the same speed. So now I do agree that give you that slight boost. Like, okay, my Darth Revan's 10 faster than yours, or 20, like you said. So,
Yep.
But I'd be okay with something like that, just because they're already adding relic delta. So now you're already going to have a slight advantage anyways, just from the relic delta with relic 10. I don't know that I want more. Again, I don't know that I want more abilities added on to our stuff. Not from our standpoint, but again, from the standpoint of them trying to balance. And we already see issues with balancing, and that just adds more complexity to them trying to balance.
So for me, I definitely don't want to see abilities because however they add it, if they do it, okay, all supports get this. What will happen is we will find a combination that they did not test, and that combination will be broken. And then they'll have to go through and either nerf that character out of existence or completely nerf the relic bonus. Either way, it's going to be bad to do. I think we do need to see a stat increase, and I think we do need to see a healthy stat increase where it's not going to completely break a character going from 9 to 10. I think it should definitely still have things like health, protection, offense. It should have them. But it can't be a ridiculous value that makes the timer go, this is now a timeout team unless you're using R10 against an R10. Because remember, R9 against R10, R8 against R10 should work, but you're taking less damage on that R10 team. That is going to be a potential. What's it if they make it too big? If that health pool is too big or the protection pool becomes too big, that 5-minute timer is not enough. That's the first thing. Is okay. Don't want that at all. We are definitely going to see a mastery boost because every relic level gives either 5 or 10 mastery. Mastery on things like Lord Vader, on Rey, they become really goddamn important. Mastery on certain characters is a lot more important than others. It's going to be interesting to find out what that mastery stack is. The thing that I really, really do not want to see, but I know we are going to, is CG will give us a way of doing Relic 10s relatively quick. Relatively. So it might be that you could get one in a month. What I don't want to see, but I know is coming, is they are going to sell packs or sell ways of getting more of the Relic 10 material that you need to Relic 10, and it will only be for money, and I can guarantee it will not have a cap. So it's
Well,
like
they
the
have to
packs
do
that we
stuff
see
like
for
that.
Relic 9. Yeah, but what I'm saying is you see the Relic 9 packs, the older Relic 9 packs were limited to 2. Then they went, oh, we're going to remove that limit. And what happened? A lot of accounts jumped from Relic 9 all the way to Relic 9. Quite a few accounts did it. It cost. Like, we know people that did it, and those accounts cost a small fortune to take from like Relic 6 and 7 all the way to 9. But it happened because they unlimited the packs. I would prefer to see them say, okay, so here's a Relic 10 pack, but you can buy it twice. You're guaranteeing the whales are buying it. You're guaranteeing that because it's Relic 10. But if you put that same pack out and say, oh, yeah, you can buy it as many times as you want, I can see probably within a month, maybe 2, we'll see our first Relic 10 account where everything
Yeah,
is Relic 10.
but for them to, if they made it unlimited, because we have to look at it from their perspective of a business perspective, right? Like, to us, it makes sense. Like, okay, limit this, try to keep people from over whaling per se, and to try to keep the game fair. But from their perspective, they are like, okay, if we make this unlimited, now we at least have 1 quarter where we just had a massive increase in
Yeah.
in profits, which helps them keep the lights on and helps all that stuff, right? But at the same time, then it dies off as well because now all the people have already bought that. So it's not a
Yeah.
steady flow, it's just one huge influx of money. So I can see from both
And
sides. Yeah. I
that's
mean, but I think from our perspective, you're right, Womprat, that it should be like a 2 or 3 tops. Otherwise, you're going to lose a lot of people as well because you're introducing Relic Deltas, plus you're giving everybody Relic 10. Now, Kyber 1 is just getting slaughtered by people who paid to win.
And I think that is the biggest thing is they've also got to look at it as a long term. Like if you, me and Mike are probably the best to answer this because of how our accounts are and because of how we play. You guys know that I'm fighting back to try and get into the top 100 of Kyber 1 again. I've been there before. I've done it before. I will do it again. But for me, if you turn around and went, okay, you can buy 2 Relic 10 packs a month, I'd buy it every month because I know it's going to help me in the long term and I know it will mean that I can get Relic 10 sooner. But if you turn around to me and went, yeah, you can buy 5 a month and a month, or there was just no cap, I know the extra money from Twitch, that everything from Twitch goes back into my account. I know full well the only thing I want to buy is those Relic 10 packs because it'll be, there is no better thing that I could buy right now. Instead of me buying like a Zuckuss straight to 6 stars so that I can do him to 7, it'll be, why spend on that when I could spend on, oh, look, another 2 characters to our town? That's where it's going to lead. If they unlimit it, you can guarantee people will spend a lot of money taking a lot of weird teams to our town. And it will potentially kill the top of the game, not the bottom.
All right, here's
And
a double
hopefully, maybe not.
a double question. Nice and simple. Free to play
Okay.
account. How many part 1? How many Relic 10 do you feel they should be able to get in a month? like free to play? And then how many should a person who spends money get? What numbers would you feel comfortable with?
So if it's just through events and not spending money,
Free to play,
if
100% free to
everybody
play.
in the game was, yeah. So not spending money, but you could spend crystals on it. If you could get between one and enough materials to like maybe stretch to another if you spend extra crystals.
Okay.
So if you're hoarding your crystals up and spending, and you could squeeze out 2 in a month,
So 2
that
Relic
would be
10s.
fine. But if you're going to allow people to spend, you don't want them to be more than double that.
Okay.
So you want them to be able to buy 2 and to get 2 through playing. Okay, that's 4 a month. They're going to accelerate bloody goddamn quick. But it means the guys that are free to play that have the occasional R9 that go, oh, I want to take, in Burb's case, Bane to R10. He's not going, oh, well, I can't take him to R10 because I need X, Y, and Z at R10 to go with him.
Okay.
It's, I can take him to R10 and still take X to R10. Like, I can guarantee Slacker's going to be one of the ones everybody's going to take to R10. You can guarantee that Hermit Ezra is going to be an R10 requirement because he's going to become a pain in the neck with Mastery Dodge.
That's my next question. So calm your tits. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Boom. How many free to play, and then someone who pays, how many Relic 10 should they be getting in a month? So this is obviously, there's a whole caveat there of what Relic 10 actually gives us. You know, but we'll just, yeah.
I'm of a slightly different viewpoint. Not a lot, but slightly different, I think. I think that if you, first of all, the people that are paying to get to Relic 10, even they're not going to pay, even the free to play way where you use crystals and stuff, they're just going to pay for that too. So they're just going to pay for 4 a month anyways.
Yep.
And if you can use crystals and stuff, unless it's like pack limited or something, I don't think you're really limiting what they can do, and instead you're just increasing the amount of money because now you're using crystals. You have to buy the crystals, which may or may not be more expensive than just buying packs. And I would say I'm not opposed to people getting 5 to 10 a month if they are spending money. But I also don't. It's tough. I mean, because free to play, it's going to end up being on free to play. It's going to end up being 2 tops. I'd feel like, and that's like if you're really saving, like Womprat was saying. I think 1 a month is more realistic, and I think that's even stretching it for most accounts, except for the very top accounts. So I would say I'd be happy with 3 to 4. Yeah. But I wouldn't be opposed to them going higher than that as long as they don't make it unlimited. I could see a reasoning why they would make it unlimited. But again, I am of the opinion that I would like 3 to 4, like pay to win R10s per month. I mean, because they have to make an income. So
Okay.
And then free to play, I'd like it to be 2 to 3 for free to play. But even then, I think then you run out of content too soon, possibly trying to do that. So
How many characters have we got?
Yeah.
Like actual characters.
300, is it 300 and something, or is it 400?
Oh, utils will have it, right?
It should, yeah.
So I like the idea of like 2 for the free to play. Even if you want to call that 1.5, let's say. So if you stretch, you might get 2. The next month you might only get 1 sort of situation. Really don't know about the people who spend money. I feel like they should be able to get as many as they want. Is that going to cause problems down the track? probably. So maybe if you could limit it, which I think will be hard, I would say 5 maximum for spending money, 1.5, 2 for a free to play. There's 307 characters in the game at the moment. So,
Yep.
that's 60 weeks. No, 60 months. They do 5 a month.
True, and that's also not counting adding new characters as well,
Correct.
which we've been getting 2 characters a month.
So maybe,
Yep.
yeah, 5 doesn't seem too bad when you look at it that way. I guess you're not using
Yeah,
all.
it keeps
like-
content alive too, because you're not going to run out because of the fact that they keep adding characters. So
You're probably not going to use all 307 characters in GAC though. So, guess it's probably not. How many usable
the problem
characters do we
there
reckon?
is you may have 307 characters in your account. You can guarantee there will be whales and krakens that will turn around and go, I want 307 odd hands. We know that exists. We know that is out there. We've already seen them do it to R9.
Yeah, and I haven't got a problem with that.
I guess it
No.
really depends on what R10 does. It really does. I mean, honestly, if we're being real, it really depends on what R10 does as to whether or not we have a problem with that. Because just because somebody has a full R10 account doesn't mean they're going to win GAC, for instance. So it depends on what the R10 is doing for the account. Because again, we also have taken the fact that Relic Delta is coming into the game. So it really depends on what what the R10 is gonna bring to the account as to whether or not that matters.
The
Yeah.
next step on from that is, are you going to see someone with a full R10 account? I'm not.
Yeah.
Like this is like a Tassanex problem facing someone with a full Relic
Yeah,
pen.
it's not gonna
Like,
not gonna affect me at all.
Like,
So
fuck, if someone wants to spend, $700,000 to get a Relic 10 account, go for it, mate. Like, yeah, it's not gonna affect me in the slightest. And if I did come up against that, you collect your bloody 10 banners and you have a good night off, basically. So
So just to give you a laugh, last season, one of the people I faced only had 18 R8s left to go to R9. And that's at the bottom of Kyber 1.
okay. Yeah.
So the accounts do exist.
Okay. And did they play seriously?
Oh, yeah. He was the one that steamrolled me.
So why is he at the
Literally
bottom
nothing
of
I could have
one?
done. Because what he probably does, and from his history, is he plays 1 or 2 rounds, and that is out of the 9 rounds. He doesn't always play.
That's a whole nother issue.
Yeah.
In itself, right?
So,
yeah,
am I likely to see an R10 on any account? Yes. Am I likely to see multiple R10 accounts? Yes. It will be very quick that people will start seeing them. And I don't think it will just be at the topic either. Because we do have people that have started the game that do whale quite substantially.
No, I'm talking like
who are down in
entire roster. Even bloody Ewok Scout, Relic 10. Those sort of people is what I'm talking about.
Well, I think that will happen with time. I don't think it'll be in the first few months.
Okay, so here's the question.
It will.
You can figure out the number you're comfortable with a month, by how soon would you be comfortable for someone to have a full Relic 10 roster?
I'm going to be very, very honest here. I don't think they are going to limit it. I don't think they will.
But how many months or
So,
years would you feel comfortable for someone to get a full Relic 10?
So here, I will give my honest answer and my one answer. My one answer is at least 5 or 6 months' time before that starts becoming a true issue.
Okay.
The real answer is if they do not limit it in any way, shape, or form, which I don't think they will do, I could see within a month to 2 months somebody having a full R10 account.
Okay. All right. Here, Berm and I are talking like 5 or 6 years for someone to get there, and you're like 6 months.
I honestly believe that if they don't limit it at all, which I don't think they will do, you are within 6 months going to see the first full R10 account. And it will be a terrifying monster.
All right.
Because it will, whoever does that will be able to climb in GAC incredibly easily because you're not going to stop it. Like, your R8 teams are going to struggle if it's a massive amount of health. You might be running timeout risks. If they put a full R9 defense down that's just pure timeout risk, okay, they're going to climb because they only have to kill 1 or 2 of your teams.
Well, now we have the Relic Delta too. So you get the R10 plus you get the Relic Delta. So you got a full R10 roster. There's not much you're gonna do. I mean, because you're getting the Relic Delta as well. So you're doing more damage as the R10, taking less damage unless it's a full R9 squad. Even with a full R9 squad, again, you're gonna get something for the R10. So you're going to get mastery, you're going to get whatever extra stats they're going to add on to entice you. And then the Relic Delta, yeah, I mean, you're not going to beat that account. I mean, only the best of the best people are going to be beating that account. They're going to climb so high in GAC so fast. If they're not already up there, they will be.
Yeah.
I can see that type of account climbing incredibly quick, getting right up to the top. And it is going to only be the very best of the very best that can turn around and go, right, I know how to dismantle this. Because we don't know what the stats are yet. The stats are going to be one of the most important. If the stats make it so it's just timeout risk, it's a worry. It is a worry. But we have to see. I'm hoping that it's not shit. I'm hoping they have thought of all this bullshit. But yeah, fingers crossed, we see, and we go from there.
All right. So next extension to this.
Yep.
Let's assume.
Well, before you do, Berm does have to run away. Does have to run away. So thank you very much for being here, buddy, and having your input on the Relic 10 fiasco that we're about to go into.
Of course. All right, guys. Yeah, I gotta go, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah.
Have a good one, buddy.
All right. So the extension to this is, we don't know what Relic 10 is going to be, but who is, let's make it simple. Who is going to be the first Relic 10 for your account?
I've got a few that I want to do.
Okay, pick one.
And this is why allowing me to buy is a very, very bad idea.
You can only pick one. We're going to give you one freebie for Christmas. Who is it going to be?
Oh, if it's a freebie, I am more inclined to do something like GL Ahsoka.
Okay.
Than I am inclined to do something that I would usually do.
All right, so it's not a freebie then. It's the only one you can ever apply.
So this is where like I get torn. So Lord Vader, because Mastery Boost would be incredibly nice. Then something like Leia, again, Mastery Boost nice. Or potentially something like Malicos, Malak. Something that's going to need that Mastery Boost is my answer there, because I would love it to be Lord Vader, because that is the biggest Mastery Boost in the game for what he needs, what he gains from it, and everything else. And that's where I should go. But I can guarantee I will want to do other things first.
I had in my head something like Ezra, Exile Ezra, something like Bane. Those sort of characters that's like, it's one character that if you can just make them that little bit better than what the other ones around you are doing, then that's where my head is. But like that, this is purely based on no information about what Relic 10 will actually do. Yeah.
Yeah. So the only thing that I've based mine on for things like Lord Vader is knowing that every relic is always given mastery.
Yeah.
And who is one of the mastery gods is Lord Vader, because he gains offense based on mastery, and that's his whole team gets that. So getting an extra one, not going to complain. The only other one I would really consider is something like Hermit Ezra, because he's a dodgy motherfucker, and you up his mastery, you up his dodge, and oh look, you're not hitting him. Oh look, he's going on defense, you're not hitting him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a double-edged sword that we're playing with here. They can't make R10 too good, and they can't make it not good enough. So fingers crossed it's good, but we'll see.
All right.
We will see.
Podcast questions.
Great.
So we have one for this episode, and it comes from Steve, former Hutts member.
Oh no, not that Steve again with the questions.
So today I found out that I missed the profanity unlock yesterday because the events section was so full of crap I didn't notice it. And in brackets he's got, and I was about 30% alcohol by body mass at the time. Probably doesn't help him much. So my question to you all is this. What was the last thing in this game that almost made you throw your phone against a wall? I know my answer. If you're still thinking I've got an answer.
You go with yours first, because I need to just double check which event it was.
Okay. So 3-man Dark Side clones in the raid, right? I get it's not a proper team. We shouldn't be doing it. All that sort of stuff. You know, I'll at least attempt it a few times, right? But when you have 3-man clone troop, or the 3-man clone team, and you have to retreat or whatever you want to call it, go out of it, forfeit the battle, you load it back up, and 2 new characters fucking fill those spots, and you hit submit because you're trying to rush through to redo it. That is the most infuriating fucking thing possible. Yeah. You're shitty because you're not getting the right RNG. Once again, right? I get it. We shouldn't be doing the battle. I get it. Right. But don't fucking fill in the 2 spots. It's quite obvious what I'm fucking doing. I don't want those 2 slots filled. Fix it, right? 100%. Most infuriating thing. Like, honestly, if we've just if it let me just keep those 3, I think I would be more inclined to do that battle more frequently, to like actually succeed at it. But after about the second or third time of where it
Fair
fills
enough.
something with fucking Jedi, actually would have been Hondo, because I don't use OG Hondo, and I think Vane is the other one that fills in. I can't remember, but it gets filled in and it shits me off to no end. Yeah.
Yep.
So yes, that's mine. Sorry, I got a little bit heated.
Yep. So mine goes back to the baby account. So you're instantly going to be thinking, oh, it's been the Malik event, because that was a bit of a dick. It took us a day, literally a day of fucking around with RNG. It was doable. The actual event that fucked me off, and it fucked me off the most on that account, and you guys did see me lose my rag with it. I did want to, well, I ended up ending a stream because it pissed me off that much. And I don't like being pissed off, is the guest event. Most specifically, it was is it the tier, the second one where, yeah, the second one where it was Padme, Shakti, General Kenobi,
Yeah.
Nips, and what was it? Because we could not get the RNG to go at all. The other thing is we were trying to do it with absolutely no Zetas. We did, in the end, need one of Padme's. We did manage it with one of Padme's, and General Kenobi already had his, so it didn't really matter. But that event took, I think it was a little over 2 weeks for us to actually finish. Because I would get infuriated with it incredibly quick, and it'll be, right, we're not bothering for the rest of the stream. Like, we'll do 2 or 3 attempts, I'd get pissed off with it, and it'll be, nope, get fucked.
Fair enough.
Because we were only just over relics. Like, we were relic 3 on most of them. And it was just rough. And it was like, no, get fucked. That event, yes, is toned down now. There's relics. I remember doing it when we had no proper relics on there because it had only just come out. But holy shit.
Yeah.
No. That event, no thanks. Don't want events like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We never see events like that again.
Well, I mean, we did, right, with the Leia unlock event where Darth Vader would just come out.
Tone that down now.
They have now, yeah. But this was back when we lost tickets for, like, we would lose the tickets. Yep. We didn't get them back. And I can't even remember the number. The first time fucking Leia needed like 3,000 potency or something, wasn't it? Something stupid like that, mathematically, to be able to do it. And then they fixed that at least, but it still was not fun. And yeah.
Like, that event was probably one of the worst events they've ever done for the RNG fuckfest that was at the end of it. Like, when you sit there and you go, oh, well, it wasn't that bad. And then you try it again a couple of months later, it's even fucking worse than you remember. Because you kind of block out how bad it really was. And honestly, yeah, not so good. And I'm about to now, Mike. I'm about to.
Okay. All right.
Right.
All right. Well,
because it'll do that, and I become invisible and now can't hear Aussie Mike. So I will have to put this on for a second.
All right. Well, you can do your outro then, and then I'll do mine and close off.
So,
stream.
guys. Ace. Right. So, for those that are going to be raiding over, we are painting Scribe's skull. It is the Mythosaur skull. We're going to be painting that up, making some marble traps this afternoon as well. We will talk about Swugger stuff and everything else, but it is going to be a fun stream. And we'll just cause mischief, mayhem, and everything else. So come join us. I know that I need to forward it over to Scribe as well, because he wants a load of people to see it being painted. So yeah, let's have fun, guys, and we'll see you all soon.
All right. And yeah, thanks everybody for coming along. Yeah. Interesting kit today. Really interested to see how the whole bounty hunter team thing pans out. I'm looking forward to what we might get with that team composition. Yeah, and the ever looming Relic Delta and Relic 10 stuff coming soon. So yeah, interesting times ahead. Yeah. So we will see you next week. Yes, I am still here next week. I think it's the week after that I'm away. Might be 2 weeks away. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, we'll be back next week. So have a good week, guys. Talk to you then.
Yep. See you soon, guys.
All right, recording is done. Rating across to you.
Yep, I am all set up.
Gone. Across to you.